So to begin today's video, I am starting with my client's face prepped and eyebrows done off camera. We're just going to go straight into the eyes. I'm using Juvia's Place Berries palette, and I'm going to take the darkest shade in that palette and pack it into her outer corner. I am using the Morphe 503 blending brush to do so. On this step, you want to make sure you're using a patting motion rather than a swirling motion to get the greatest color payoff. I also suggest using a concealer or eyeshadow base before you apply any eyeshadow for the best results. So right now you'll see me doing the same thing on the other side. I just sped it up just to save us a little bit of time, but all the motions are the same. So right now I'm going to be taking a clean, fluffy blending brush and using swirling motions to blur out those edges. This process right here, guys, is all about that blend. You do not want any harsh lines onto you, okay? And as far as the brush, I got this brush from Five Below, y'all. I think I only paid about $2 or $3 for it. They have a whole brush collection there, and I have added a few to my collection, and I love them. They work wonders. The bristles are so soft, and it's inexpensive. Go hop on that. Go get y'all brushes from Five Below for the low. I ain't tell y'all I could rap yet, but I can't. Okay, so now let me stop playing. But this step is crucial, y'all. Make sure you're blending, blending, blending. So next I'm going to go into the cranberry shade that's in the top left corner of the Juvia's Place Berries palette, and I'm going to pack that into the middle of her eye. I'm going to lay that right in front of the deep berry shade we used before. I'm using the same patting motions as in the first step to just get this color on there. This brush is not a fancy brush. It just came in a set that I got from Vanity Planet. You can use any dense eyeshadow brush that you have. So right now I am just using the first brush we used with the darker shade, and I am just reintroducing that color to the outer corner because we lost some when we placed that lighter shade in front. So now I'm just going back in with that Five Below brush to blur out all of the edges, just to make sure everything is seamless. I am leaving this in real time for you guys so that you guys can get the motions down and see how long this actually takes. So now I'm going in with a light tan shade from the Warrior palette by Juvia's Place, and I am just packing this on into the intersection of her eyelid. I'm using a small eyeshadow brush to do so. I do not know where this brush came from, so I cannot give you guys any details on this one, but any small flat eyeshadow brush will work. My suggestion with this is to use kind of a patting motion and then a swiping motion once you reach the cranberry color that we have in the middle of the eye. So now I am going back in with the cranberry shade to make sure this blend is flawless. That is my advice when you're blending shades like this, is to just go back and forth between the colors to make sure the blend is perfect. So we get into the eyeliner. We're doing a winged eyeliner today, and I am using the Maybelline Long Lasting Gel Liner for the very first time, which I do like this gel liner. I do feel like I have more control in comparison to the liquid liner that I am used to using. I might start adding this into my makeup routine because, baby, when I tell you, it took literally no time to get this wing. It took no time. So if you struggle with liquid liner, give gel liner a shot. So basically what I do here is I create a line and go towards the end of the eyebrow, and then at the end of that line I start to make a triangle, and I just follow that line on the top to her inner corner, if that makes sense. And then once I am satisfied with the line and the thickness of the wing, I just fill everything in. If you guys need a detailed tutorial on how to do a wing liner, comment below and I promise to get that out to you guys. Okay y'all, so I do apologize. My camera cut off when I was applying the foundation and I did not realize it until I was blending it out. But I will make sure to get that footage in the next video. When you're applying foundation, you always want to be sure to match your client's neck. In my case, my client's face is a little bit lighter than her neck, so what I did was found foundation that was somewhere in the middle of the two, and I am now using my contour to smoothen that transition around her jawline. For the contour, I am using Black Opal's foundation stick in the color Hazelnut, and I'm using my Real Techniques Instapop cheek brush to blend this all out. To blend out her nose contour, I am using a small fluffy blender brush, and I do believe I got this one from Five Below too, so I'm telling y'all, hop on y'all brushes. Five Below. So for the concealer, I used the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. I do use 2 to 3 different concealers under the eyes to make the blend a little bit easier. On her inner corner, I use Tan Latte followed by Medium Golden, and the third shade that you'll see me put on is Deep Olive. I probably could have went without that color, but it all worked out in the end. So just watch this blend. To conceal the bridge of her nose, her forehead, and her chin, I used Medium Golden, which was the second color used. That was the one that was closest to her skin complexion. You always want to make sure you blend out the under eye last. This will give you the greatest payoff. With your products, I am using a Real Techniques blending brush to blend under her eyes. I do like to go back and forth between the brush and the sponge when I'm doing the under eye, just to make sure I am getting in between all of those creases. So now I am using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade Medium to set her under eye. I am using the Real Techniques contour brush to do so. I like to set my under eye using a brush rather than a sponge nowadays. I feel like the brush gives you a cleaner look and a better set under your eyes, in my opinion. I am going to use the same loose powder everywhere I place the concealer. So I'm now using a chocolate brown eyeshadow from the Warriors palette to set her contour. You want to make sure that you set your liquids and your creams with powder. This step ensures that your makeup lasts throughout the day, ladies. So now that our highlight and contour are set, I am using a light pink eyeshadow for blush. We are just patting that on with our Real Techniques blush brush. So now I am just using my foundation brush, which was the Instapot face brush, which is my fave. Like, it does it for me, y'all. It really does it for me. I'm just using this brush to go over everything, make sure everything is blended before I spray. I am using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So now it's time for my favorite part, which are the lashes. To apply my lashes, I use the Strip Lash Adhesive by Kiss. I use the one with the brush. I just find that it's easier to apply. My liquid liner by NYX to cover up the lash bands. I think this step is very important because one of my pet peeves is being able to see the lash bands when people look down. I can't stand it. So ladies, please cover up your lash bands with some eyeliner. It only take about 5 seconds. So now we're going to go into our highlighter. Today we are using Artist Couture's Conceited. This highlighter is everything. I'm telling y'all, grab y'all some. See, look at her, already checking herself out. She knows. I'm going to be using this highlighter at the tip of her nose, in between her eyes, and at the very apples of her cheeks. So now we're just using our foundation brush to go over everything one last time. This step is crucial to make sure everything is blended together. You do not want anything to look out of place. So now I'm just going into a Makeup Revolution highlighter palette. I'm going to use that top right hand side in the very inner corners of her eyes. This just brightens up the eyes a little bit. And I'm just using a very small shader brush to do this. Now it's time to seal everything in with MAC's Prep, Prime, and Fix It Setting Spray. So now time for the lips. I am just wiping off some of that excess makeup off her lips before I line them using NYX lip liner in the color Espresso. In with Wet n Wild's Mega Last High Shine Liquid Lipstick. I am using the color Caught You Bare Naked, and this is like a nude shade. I love these liquid lipsticks because they do just what they say. They shine, but without all the extra stickiness that comes with lip gloss. So I did choose to go over that liquid lipstick with NYX Butter Gloss and Vanilla Cream Pie. I just wanted her lips to be a little bit more pink to tie this look together. And just like that, it's time to see the finished product. Ooh, yes, it's giving. It's giving. Thank you guys so much. If you've made it to the end of the video, you're a real one. You know I got that cell phone footage on lock for y'all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you never miss when I post a video. Thank you guys so much. Until next time.